everyone. I will start by thanking you all for being here, not just physically sitting in this room, but for showing up to every moment that got you here. Thank you to the families, thank you to the friends, and thank you to the faculty that stood behind us. But today, this is really about us, because you made it. That might sound simple, but you know it wasn't. One thing that has always stood out to me about this campus is how we all show up for each other. Not just in the big moments, but in the quiet ones. The study sessions, the check-ins, the "are you okay" texts, the shared exhaustion. You were never alone in this, even when it felt like you were. And those are the kind of relationships that you'll rely on in life. To be honest with you, I'm the first person in my family to graduate from high school, and now the first person to graduate from college. But let me tell you, choosing the accelerated nursing program at Ivy Tech was a bold move. Yeah. It was borderline insane at times. And I'm sure many of you felt like this at one point or another. The long days, the information overload, and the huge projects. The moments where you stared at a problem and thought, I literally have no idea what I'm doing. But you kept showing up, and you kept choosing to be here. And somewhere along the way, you stopped being someone who was trying to get through it, and you became someone who belongs here. I would not be standing here today without the people I met along my journey. And if you are all being honest with yourself, neither would you. Think about the people who got you to this point, the ones who sat next to you, pushed you, supported you, and believed in you when even you didn't believe in yourself. These are not just classmates, friends, or family. They are the people who saw you at your worst and chose to still stand behind you. And while you relied on those people to help you along the way, the path to this moment was yours alone. Maybe you came straight from high school, or maybe you took a break. Maybe life got in the way and you had to fight to get back here. You balanced work, family, responsibilities, jobs, hobbies, and your own well-being when you had the time. But you still showed up when it would have been easier to quit. Whatever your story is, there were moments where this could have ended differently. But it didn't because you didn't give up. You earned this moment. Nothing about this was easy. Nothing was given to you. You sacrificed so much to get here. But most of all, you sacrificed your time. Time where you were exhausted but studied anyway. Time where you doubted yourself but kept going. Time when you chose this goal over everything else competing for your attention. And here's the part that we don't talk about enough. That time is gone. Not in a negative way, but in a very real way. You won't get it back. None of us will. Time doesn't pause, rewind, or wait. Time moves forward, whether we're ready for it or not. Working in emergency medicine has made that concept very clear to me. I have seen how quickly time can run out. People who believe they have years suddenly only have minutes. I have been a part of some of the hardest moments where everything we did was to try to give someone just a little more time. And I can't wait to spend the rest of my career doing exactly that. Time is not something we own, it's something we are given, and you don't know how much of it you have left. So when you look at what it took to get here, understand this. You did not just earn a degree. You made a decision over and over again to invest your precious time into becoming who you are as of today. And this is what makes this moment valuable. Now you have a choice. What are you going to do with the rest of the time you have left? Not someday, not eventually. What are you going to do with it starting right now? Are you going to keep putting things off? Keep waiting for the right moment? Keep telling yourself that you're going to start living once things slow down? Or are you actually going to do it? Take that trip. Call that person, start that project, change directions if you need to, get another degree. Build the life you keep thinking about but haven't acted on. Because one day is not a real place. It turns into today faster than you expect, and if you're not paying attention, it'll turn into regret. So I am begging you, don't waste what you've worked this hard to earn. don't go through the next chapter of your life on autopilot. Be intentional with your time. Be adventurous. Be brave. Be willing to take a risk. Because when you look back at your life, you will not measure it in years, you will measure it in moments. And only you get to decide what those moments look like from this point forward. So be proud of yourself. Be proud not only for finishing this degree or certificate or diploma, be proud for becoming someone who does not quit. Thank you, class of 2026. Now go out there and make your time count.